welcome to At Home with Lucas. So today we're going to be talking about the Soundcore Mini by Anker. Yes people, this is the tiny, portable, compact, go everywhere speaker. It is made out of aluminium or aluminum, and I am super excited to put this to the test. So in this video we are going to be doing a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing, then we are going to put this thing to the test. We're going to figure out, is it good with audio? Is it good with bass? Is it good with battery life? We're going to find everything out in this video so that you don't have to do it yourself and possibly return it, because that would be so annoying. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
All right, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So on the front you have the iconic Anker logo / name right there. Very cool, very simple. On the side you have a little bit of information, and on the back you have the Soundcore Mini right there. Very cool. You got more information on Anker and different Bluetooth information. Take a look at the bottom. Nothing on the bottom. Take a look at the side. All right, very cool. Yes, we do enjoy our Anker products. I'm not sure exactly where they came from, but now they're here and we can't get enough of them. All right, let's crack this bad boy open and see what's inside. Very cool. I like that a lot. All right. Simple little pull tab. Oops. Come on now, Lucas. Do this right. All right, let's see what we got in the little box. Yep. We have the micro USB charging cable right there. Thank you for that, Anker. Happy? Not happy. Happy? Not happy. We're going to say we're going to be happy. I choose happy, people. I choose happy. All right, we got our owner's manual right here. Very cool. If you get into a bind, you can check that out. All right, let's take a look at this beast. Nothing else in the box. Get out of here, box. All right, rip this bad boy open. Ooh, that's interesting. What's going on down here? I'm a little bit confused. There is some kind of... Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, that is paper, and it looks like it's covering the grip. So they're saying we're not gonna... Wow, that's very interesting. They don't want to waste any bit of grippiness. All right, let's take a look at the top right here. You have the Anker logo right there. Why is that not in focus? There we go. Very weird. I think that's in focus. There it is. All right, we got the Anker logo. This is actually made out of some very interesting material right here. I'm not sure if it's metal or not. That is very interesting. It almost feels like it's metal, and the density level is high enough that it feels like it might be actually made out of metal. That is very interesting. If it is plastic, they did a good job of mimicking metal. That is very cool. Okay, let's take a look at the front here. You have their volume, play, pause, volume down. Very clicky, very loud. That is a good click right there, people. Wow, I'm happy with that. It's also quite unique. It has its own unique sound. All right, let's take a look around. Nothing more on the front. Wow, just a clean... This might be aluminum. That is very interesting. I gotta look at the product deets. All right, so down at the bottom over here, you have what looks to be an M. Is that a mute? Is that a mute button? That has no click. That is very interesting. I do not know what that is. That's why the manual is presented, obviously, because that is very interesting. So you got the M right there. That does something. Then you have looks to be the power switch. Okay, okay, that's new. That's new and very strange. This is the first Bluetooth speaker to actually have a power switch. Wow. So every Bluetooth speaker I've ever bought, there is literally a button you have to hold down for either one press or 2 seconds. This one, power switch. Very, very, very interesting. I'm a little bit confused, but I don't know. I don't know if I like that yet. Okay, so there's the AUX port right there, micro USB port right there, and the creme de la creme, probably the reason why you bought this, the SD card slot. Take a look on this side for better lighting. There's the SD card slot right there. Looks like a whale's mouth. Actually, it looks a little bit more like a cheeseburger with a giant patty out each side. Yes, I'm hungry, people. All right, let's take a look at the bottom. Huh. That is bizarre. It's almost sticky. Wow. I think this is one of those where they're going to recommend that you wet it over time and keep the dust off of it so it doesn't move around. That is very, very interesting. Okay, so you got the sound core at the bottom. A little bit more information. I am intrigued by this power button. Wow. All right. Very interesting. Okay, there's the indicator light there, front and center. Huh. So just a little comparison right off the bat. This is the old sound core right here. This is the new one. And you can see, let me brighten this up a little bit for you guys. There we go. All right. So you can see a big size difference right here. Well, it's not that big, but definitely big. This is actually heavier than this one, and I am almost convinced this is made out of some kind of aluminum. Definitely. But you can see similar look here to the old look there. This one, of course, has a traditional hold down power button and then hold down to power it back off. And the button layout is on the bottom. I didn't really like that because when it's sitting like this, you had to go all the way down, almost pick the whole thing up just to do the volume. Whereas this one, it feels like you're going to be able to do it right here without having to pick it up at all. So that is very, very cool. I like that a lot. The grippiness, holy moly. This grippiness is insane. That is not going to move at all with vibration, and that's going to create a cleaner sound. So right off the bat, this is very, very cool. These feet on the bottom here were so annoying. Basically, those little tiny nipples would touch the desk, and then it would start to move around like this or whatever. It was just very, very unappealing. But this one had the bass, I believe, shoot out the bottom. This one does not have that. At least, not that I can tell right off the bat. Maybe there is some kind of bass that's going to come through those little slits right there. Huh. Wow. Okay. Maybe. We'll see. Huh. Very cool. But anyways, that grip is awesome. I'm really, really liking that. But yeah. So coming up, we're going to put this thing to the test. We're going to test the battery life. We're going to test the sound quality. And we're going to test the usability. So let's go ahead and snap into it.
This is a Global Tel-Link prepaid call from
Adnan Sayed,
an inmate at a Maryland correctional facility. This call was
From This American...
Alright, let's talk about this bad boy right quick. So I've been using this thing for quite a long time now. It's been over a month. I put this to the tests, and I think that I have a pretty cohesive, pretty solid review for you guys. Okay, so let's talk about the pros. The pros are, there is a feature that I did not even know was built into this bad boy. So Well, let's talk about the power button. This is the first ever Bluetooth device with an actual power switch that I have ever owned. I am absolutely blown away by it, but there is also a con that we will talk about later, the reason why this thing is annoying. All right, so here is the feature that is not talked about at all. I'm going to push this M button. This is the multi-switch button, meaning it switches from multiple things. Let me line this up right for you guys. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna push it. Boom. You have white noise. You have whatever you want to call this. It is a sleep sound. I'm gonna turn it up all the way. Okay, I'm going to leave it up all the way. I'm going to talk over this because this is not as loud as if you had it on Bluetooth or SD card. I do not understand why this only goes to a certain volume and then stops. It's not loud enough for me to sleep with. It is just about 2 clicks, I think, below what I normally sleep with. So it's almost awesome, but not there. Now, if you had... turn that back down. If you have a little toddler, a little baby, this could be fine. Typically, babies need a very loud noise to sleep, but this is a phenomenal thing that is just built in to this. Now, if I hit the button once more, it goes to the SD card. So, how do you control said SD card? Oops, I hit it one more time. I went to Bluetooth, my bad. We'll go white noise. Bluetooth. Okay, now we're on the SD card. So, how do you use these buttons? So, you got the play. You got the volume. Now, if you hold down the volume down, it's going to go back. And then if you hold down the volume up, it's going to skip forward. Volume down, skip back, pause. Very cool, very simple. No double tapping, no triple tapping, straight to the point. Now, these are quite grippy. So if it's dark, you're going to be able to fill these very easily, very nicely. But the other con is that this thing does not get as loud as its old predecessor right here, the Soundcore. So, being that this is the Mini, you're not going to expect this thing to blast out, stadium quality sound, but it definitely does not get as loud as other Bluetooth speakers. So if you're looking for a speaker that's going to pump out a massive amount of volume for a compact size, I would definitely say go with a JBL. This one is not going to do it. But yeah, so max volume is just not there. It's not a super loud speaker, but it does sit and fire out in a 360 degree, just like its old predecessor over here. So that's really cool. You're gonna be able to hear it from any direction around. The feet on the bottom, or I should say the grip, is phenomenal. It really locks into place and it does not move at all. This one basically would start to move across your desk because these feet are absolutely terrible. So that is a huge upgrade. Now let's talk about the cons when it comes to the power button. So if you notice, the power button and the multitasking button, they're the same. They're circles. So at night, I would find myself trying to pull this over to turn it off in the dark, and I would realize that I'm not hitting the right switch. Or you would feel this one and you would slide over this way to find that it's got to go that way. So that's a personal gripe, and I think everyone's going to have that. It is very annoying, and I wish this was either larger or a different shape, and vice versa for that one. So kind of annoying, but you get what you get with that. All right, let's talk about the power. So it charges up in a normal standard amount of time for a micro USB port. I have not used the auxiliary in feature. I would imagine it works perfectly fine. The SD card slot is perfect. You just push it. It has a spring-loaded feature, and then the same thing for sliding it in. I actually like that it sticks out a little bit, and it's actually concaved in on each side, so you can really get a good grip on it. Overall, the build is phenomenal. I like picking up a Bluetooth speaker and feeling that it's a little bit cold because it's made out of actual aluminum. That's really cool, and that's a huge plus from this warm plastic over here. I also like the weight of it. It has a heft to it that is probably 2 times as heavy as this, but in a very good way. If you put this in your bag, it's going to settle down at the bottom. If you put it in a cup holder, it's going to settle down to the bottom. It's not going to bounce around. It doesn't have that cheap, weak feeling to it. Also, this is made out of the same metal as the sidewalls, so that is very premium. Let's talk about the sound quality. As you heard from the podcast I was listening to, the audio quality is phenomenal. You have crisp, clear voices. The music is top notch. It's very loud. It's very clear. It's not the loudest speaker on the market. Do not buy this if you're looking for something that's going to fill up your entire house. It will not do that at all. But yeah, so all in all, I would say that this thing is a solid purchase for what it is. It is a small, very, very compact speaker. If I put it up next to a credit card, it is smaller than a credit card in a lot of ways and almost as wide as a credit card. So that gives you a kind of understanding of how big this thing is, or really how small it is. But yeah, so for the price, you're getting a phenomenal little speaker. What I've learned with Bluetooth speakers is you need to have a lot of them. That sounds like a weird statement, but you really do. You should have a Bluetooth speaker for the job that you're doing. You got to have the right tool for the right job. So for me, traveling, this is phenomenal. It would work perfectly in your car if you were if your speakers went out in your car, or if you just did not like listening to it on your speakers, this would work perfect. Out on a boat, out in a backyard, somewhere where you're not looking for like super loud sound. The bass quality in this is phenomenal. It's crystal clear. It doesn't get super loud. Like I've said many times, I don't want people to buy this and think that it's going to be their number one go-to speaker. It also, I don't think it has a place for a strap, so it's not like, this is not like the super traveler that this one kind of wants to be, because it has that strap that comes with it. So but I do travel. This goes in my backpack, and it is something that I can trust. Now let's talk about the battery life. The heft of this may be because of the aluminum, but it's also because of the battery. This thing ran without being plugged in for over 6 hours on max volume, playing rain sound. So I don't know if you're going to be able to compare rain sound to music or a podcast and say that they'll last 6 hours, but this thing was still going strong after 6 hours of use. And yeah, the battery life is phenomenal. I don't know if it's because the max volume is not as loud as other speakers. Maybe they did that on purpose to make sure that the battery life would last a lot longer. But all in all, I would give this a solid 4 stars for what it is. If you compare it to other mini speakers, it is definitely going to beat some, and then it's also going to be quieter than some. So you need to know what you're buying when you're buying a Bluetooth speaker. Do your research. Figure out, where is this going? Is it going in a bathroom? This is perfect. Is it going in a shower? This is not perfect. Do not buy this. It's not waterproof. I have now, 5 Bluetooth speakers. Each one is used for its exact need, and I don't have any problems when I do it that way. So, like I said, for the price, this thing is a 10 star. For the quality, it is a 5 star. Overall, it is a 4-star because it does not blast out the audio as loud as I would like it, and it has a few drawbacks with the power button here. And yeah, now pairing to your Bluetooth device, to your phone, to your tablet is super simple. It's just like all other Bluetooth devices. I believe this has a 60-foot Bluetooth range. I think it's 66 feet. I had no problems taking this thing out into my backyard over 60 feet away through a couple walls. It worked perfectly. I took this thing into the garage. So you're gonna be able to travel all around your house, depending on how big it is, of course, with this thing, and it's not gonna have any problems. And because it is Bluetooth 5.0, you're going to be able to move it around or move your phone around, and it's not going to do that thing that it would do on 4.0, which is glitch out. So you can trust that you're going to get good audio no matter where you are within about 50 feet of this device. So all in all, I would say 4 solid stars out of 5. It's not a 5-star device, but it's very close, and I really like it. So when you see this in Amazon or wherever it is, don't feel like you can't just buy it. Just buy it. It's worth it. You're gonna like it. You're not gonna feel bad. Give it as a gift, whatever. Buy it.
All right, there you go. That's the Anker Soundcore Mini. I am super excited that you finished this video, and it's actually a really good device. That's so cool. If you like this video, definitely clickety-clack that like button. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos, and it's because of you guys I surpassed 1K. Yes, people, on my way to 2K. Oh, that sounds so good. It sounds very sporty, if you will. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.